Hi there, welcome. I'm Oliver, and today I'd like to show you how you can use Excel to do correlation for, let's say, a large size of data, with just so many variables. In this case, we've got 19 variables, and this has been answered by about 52 people, or 52 respondents in this case. Remember, it's correlation, and it ranges from -1 to +1. So from here, you could see that there are numbers, repeated numbers. You could see 1 to 5 seems to be the range. 1 here indicates like strongly disagree, and 5 indicates like strongly agree. I mean, on a normal Likert scale. So let's dive right in. Now, before you could do the correlation, there are two main ways. One is a use of function, but I'm going to use the summary one. So you can go to data. You should have activated this button already from the file in the option menu. So you go to data analysis and you click on it, data analysis. So a box is going to appear, and here it's a box that's got lots of statistical functions. It's got descriptive statistics. It's got so many other functions. You could also see regression. You could see t-test. So many of it. But we want to do correlation, so we select correlation and click on OK. Right, now what is the range we would like to correlate? Remember, it would be great to also select the labels so that it could help you to easily identify the variables. So here we click on the input range and select the entire table, including the column heads, or the head of the column in this case. So we select all 52 respondents here, and also the input range. Where would you like to see the answer? Where would you want the table or the correlation table to show? It's very important. So that's the output range. You could choose to have it on another table, that's fine, or an entirely new sheet, that's also fine. But I like to keep it on this table. So I select this one and click here. Then where do I want it dropped? So I just want it to come to this place under W column. So I select that one and I click OK. Here we go. You can see we have a whole big table of correlation. Now, what does this table mean? Remember, when it's a perfect correlation, it is 1. And why is that? Every variable correlated against itself gives a perfect correlation. That's why, for instance, 1 here, variable 1 against itself on the other table gives a perfect correlation here. But when we pick, for instance, 6 correlated against 2, it gives a different number. In this case, 0. For instance, 1. Or in this case, since 4 is less than 5, we could just leave that. It's just like 0.04. So that is a correlation here. So all you can see, all the ones here are perfect correlation of one variable against itself. Now, let's go on to make it more nicer to look at, or more presentable. So we go to the conditional formatting. We click on it. Then we define a new rule. But before we do that, let's quickly select the entire table so that we leave nothing out. So we select the entire table, then we go to formatting, then we go to a new rule. Now keep it at format all cells based on the values, and remember we're looking at 3 color scale. Why? Because remember, correlation starts from -1 and ends with +1, but also in between there is a 0. So we have 3 color scale. So we select this one here. And for the lower part, remember, we have to keep it as a number, and it's -1, ranges from -1. And the midpoint, we also want to keep it as a number, 0, automatically selected. Then the higher point, we want to also keep it a number, but we change it to +1. Keep in mind, correlation ranges from -1 to +1. And what color would you like to show? I think I like to show red here for the negative numbers, and maybe keep the mid-range numbers or numbers around zero, probably just white. Then for the positive correlation, I like to keep it at a strong yellow. In this case, sorry, green. Then we click on OK. So as you can see, this is the color code. Now, what does it mean? If we have a stronger correlation or a stronger positive correlation, it's going to be, or a perfect correlation in this case is going to be +1, and you can see the color is deepened here in all cases. It means there's a strong, or what we normally call a perfect correlation. However, if it is also a strong negative correlation, we're going to see it as very deeply painted here. So you can see this is perhaps the strongest negative correlation, and you can see that the color is deeper. And also, perhaps or the closest in terms of positive, you can see ones like this one here. So these are strong positive correlation. So you could put a code here just to make the explanation simple, that the fainter the color, something like that, then maybe the lesser the correlation is, or the weaker the correlation is. And the greener the color, the stronger the positive correlation is. That's all. Stay tuned and watch my other videos. Don't hesitate to subscribe. I've got more videos coming on Power BI Analytics and also on advanced Excel functions. See ya. Don't forget to subscribe.